Hello and welcome, American and global audiences, to Hollis Report, the JC Hollis Show. I'm your host, JC Hollis. We have an extraordinary show for you today. Live on set in the studio, we have an extraordinary individual, Joe Rare. Now, this gentleman is very successful, has seven-figure companies, seems like a really great guy. So American and global audiences kindly and warmly welcome Joe Rare to Hollis Report. Thank you so much for joining us, Joe. It's going to be a great show.
Good. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So Joe Rare, I'd like to get right to it. I'm kind of straight shooter kind of guy. So Joe, please tell us what you do in your career and how you've achieved your level of success.
I mean, I'm just an entrepreneur. I mean, it's not anything fancy. I like to build businesses. I like the idea of starting something fun, something new, exciting. And then, one of my gifts that I've been able to leverage has been the ability to use a good team to execute on my businesses and help me grow. And so, I mean, my level of success is directly related to my team. Like they run the show. So I get to probably take all the accolades, but my team is the one that does, they do the work. And so, all of it is based on their performance. So.
Yeah. I've heard that before. Like Elon Musk, he just said he's read a lot of books and he's got a great team. So teamwork makes the dream work.
That's true. That is true.
Okay, next question. Joe.
Yes.
What are your best success strategies and success keys that you have found and apply that we can all learn from?
Well, number one is be a lifelong student. That, like every great entrepreneur would ever say is, you'll learn more through biographies of other people and, like keeping your ear to the ground and understanding what's going on in the market, understanding what's going on in your industry. So, be a student. That would be the first thing. And then the second thing is leverage. You as a single person cannot do everything. So if you have a career, you have a job, like it doesn't matter. You have a certain finite number of hours. The one thing you can't get back is time, but you can leverage money to give you more time. And so I think that the key that's probably created the majority of my success is understanding how to use leverage, using leverage to, whether it be with my team and because I use all virtual assistants. So my entire team is based in the Philippines, and using them as me, right? They're me, but in, a geometric growth, expanded, kind of situation. So instead of it being just me doing one thing that you could do it one at a time, well, I can have an entire team of 20 who can be me times 20, right? And that one point of leverage allows me to touch a lot of different things. I get to taste a lot of things. I get to try, I get to fail, I get to have successes. So I would say, honestly, is be a lifelong student and then leverage.
Yeah, I really think you're right. A lot of the investors and successful entrepreneurs, they're real big on leverage, and it makes sense because if you can leverage other people's time, money, work, resources, I mean, you can just literally lever things and have, superior results than someone who's just working alone trying to do everything themselves.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed.
And it's interesting because I actually have a fiance in the Philippines, so I'm going to have to fly over there and marry her sometime. So,
all right.
So, okay. Next question. Joe, what is the best life advice that you can give us and our viewers around the world?
Time doesn't come back. So you can work hard, you can work towards goals, you can you can put in the 15-hour days if you want, if that's, if that makes you happy. But the truth is that the one thing you can't get back is time. So make sure that you're investing your time where it matters most. And, for me, that's my kids, like I got my kids up on the wall here. That's it, right? Everything that we do is so that we can create more freedom, more time to be with them do what we can with them, give them experiences. Like the success and the businesses and the money and everything else that comes with it, that's great. But if I don't have time to spend with them, then it's pointless. And so I think understanding what you want in your life is super important. And then the one thing that you can't get back is time. So make sure that whatever you do, however hard you work, you work to create freedom is really the end solution.
Yeah, I mean, all that sounds great. I mean, it sounds like you're have some real good motivators. And guess what? Surprise! We have co-host Adrian Reyes calling into the show right now live.
What's going on, brother John? Sorry, I ran a little bit late.
It's okay, brother Adrian. You're on live the show right now. We got an extraordinary individual, Joe Rare, on the show right now. So tell us how you're doing, brother.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're live on the show.
Oh, okay. Well, what was the question? Who am I with?
This is gentleman Joe Rare.
All right, Joe. A little bit about myself. I'm from Texas. I was born and raised here. I'm about 33 years old. I've been around the country. I've been around the world twice. Seen 11 countries. Currently start my own business right now in irrigation. I have a couple other websites I'm trying to incorporate and applications I'm trying to apply. Just trying to be successful.
Great, Adrian.
Good. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, we want all our team, all our friends and family. We want everyone to be successful. So we got to cheer everyone on and help each other out. So
absolutely.
Joe, do you have any extraordinary statements that you'd like to say for us and our viewers?
Extraordinary statements? No, not. I mean, I don't know about extraordinary statements. I mean, I guess what I would say is like, go make your own life, go create your own success. Don't get stuck working in somebody else's business. And if you have the aspiration, of course, like if you're totally great working your job, do your thing. But the truth is that most people at the end of the day are unfulfilled. And if they're unfulfilled, that's not a good life. You're not going to end up being happy. And so I would say, go make your own, figure out something that you love to do and go do it and, create a business out of it. If you want to know how to run a business, like go learn. All of these resources are free. Everybody can do what I do. Like I'm not doing anything that, is only allowed by a certain group of people. Literally anybody can do what I do. So go learn it, go figure it out, go create your own life and do the things that you want to do and the things that you love. That would be it. Yeah, I don't have a singular statement that I think would knock anybody's socks off.
No, that was great. I really enjoyed that. You're speaking a lot of truth here that we can all learn from. I think it's great knowledge. If we can examine and observe other people's lives who are massively successful, we can learn from their successes. We can learn from their failures. We can avoid their failures Absolutely. And do what they did to replicate the same results.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I've heard of the virtual assistant business before.
Yeah.
I think it's a great business model. We got YouTube as a free resource, but basically everything, most similar things you can find in a master's degree level MBA for business. I mean, you can find some of the similar information on the internet. Just do keyword searches and you pull it up. So we have all these resources to make us successful. Now there is always the dynamics between starting your own business and the risk with that versus just working for a paycheck. Paycheck's more immediate form of income, but if you have the best multi-million-dollar ideas, you have the best team and set up the systems, roll everything out, make it work. I mean, you can earn much more money than if you were just working paycheck to paycheck. What are your thoughts on that, Joe?
You can make money faster too. So I disagree that a paycheck is faster because, if you go out and you say, hey, I want to do something for a client, right? Client services are the fastest way to make money. You say, hey, I could do X as a service. That guy over there needs what I do. And then I go talk to him. I sell him. He gives me money today. Like no waiting 2 weeks for your paycheck or no waiting a month, right? You get paid today. So you collect the money today, you do the service, next month he pays you again. That's pretty good.
Wow.
Right?
That's
Now
pretty good.
now add 10 of those. So now go get 10, right? Now you have 10 clients that are all paying you today, and then they pay you again in 30 days, and then they pay you again in another 30 days. Like the money in business is so easy and so fast that it's always been interesting to me why people don't own a business and they take a job. Part of it is, just their ability to, I guess have the interest in running their own business. Yes, there's complexities, but as far as, somebody wanting to go out and start, there is very little risk and like capital risk when it goes to investing and starting a business. You could start with literally a couple bucks. Like, it doesn't take much. Websites today are free to build. They're everywhere. You can figure out a way. Sending email is free, right? You can figure that out, or you can do it for, have a custom domain for a couple bucks. You literally just don't need a bunch of stuff in order to go live with a business. As long as you can perform and you can do what you say, somebody will give you money to do it. It's pretty easy. Yeah. And then from there, then you can get into the complexities. But I think there's no reason to get into all the complex things that go on in a business unless you're actually operating a business. A lot of people like to build this big, huge thing on the front end and make it more than it is, and then they fail. Like, go build something first, like get some clients, then decide that you want to actually turn it into a company.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Great. We're getting some great information from Joe Rare today. Yeah, so I saw a Facebook ad for Robert Kiyosaki had a Facebook ad, and he was like, if I could do it all over, I'd have a cash flow business. And I thought that was funny because it's like, well, isn't every business a cash flow business? And
no, not really.
No, it's not.
Not always.
So you guys are more experienced than me. You're going to have to school me on this.
Well, not every business, produces cash flow. So think about, you think about a startup that goes and raises a bunch of, capital. They're not cash flow positive.
Right.
They're going to go bleed for multiple years and lose all their money and then go back and try to get another round of funding. Right. So they have, it is this weird, bizarre world where somebody builds a business and they're not in the, they're not looking to get into the black. They're actually looking to spend all the money that they raise. They're trying to figure out how to do that. And then they're hoping that they're the one unicorn that kicks out of Silicon Valley. Like, that type of business doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm a very simple type person. I like businesses that make a lot of sense. They provide a lot of value, and then they kick out a lot of cash. Like that's what I'm after. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of Robert Kiyosaki. I don't think there's a book he's ever touched that I haven't read. So again, being a lifelong student and doing all that, but cash flow is king in any business. Cash is king. And so the fastest way to cash is sales. So go learn how to sell.
You're right. And sales applies to literally everything in life. You go to the store, you're selling yourself. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So sales is a great skill. And if you can apply that to the business world, it could be very lucrative. So our time on the show is about 13 minutes and 28 seconds. We wanted to have just a 15-minute show. So we're going to try to end about exactly at 15 minutes. So we want to respect Mr. Joe Rare's time. But if anyone would like to say any concluding statements, you may do so now.
I think the biggest thing is just go test, go try, don't be afraid to go take a step out and try something new. There's a lot of hours between the end of your day job and the next morning. So there's a ton of time for you to go try and build something and do something, that's unique to you. So that's what I would say. Go try.
Right. And right now, there's a lot of room for opportunity right now. Tons of room. This time last year, people were starting up their businesses. Unfortunately, due to COVID, a lot of businesses went under. And like restaurants, I'm talking about movie theaters. A lot of people lost a lot of business, but we're coming to that point in the year where we're opening back up and just opportunity is there. And you have to take that opportunity to take the risk, take those whatever comes at you and just go out there and be persistent and make those opportunities happen so you can be successful.
Yeah, well said, Brother Adrian. We're going to go ahead and close the show. It's coming up on 15 minutes very soon. Thank you so much, Joe Rare. It's been a great pleasure, great honor. Thank you, Brother Adrian, co-host Adrian Reyes.
Thanks, John. Nice to meet you, Joe.